huge day at the Lemming Report. We have two very special guests stopping by. Justin Combs and his father, Sean, and the apple does not fall far from the tree because Justin is making noise around the country as well. He plays for Iona Prep in New Rochelle, New York. A four-star cornerback, and in his junior year, he had 55 tackles, 7 interceptions. And joining us now is Justin and Sean Combs. Guys, we appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So the first couple of years you played quarterback, and then you made the transition to corner, and you've really garnered a lot of attention at this position. How was the whole transition?
Well, at first, I kind of didn't want to play corner because I just loved playing quarterback. But then I just started training and just playing, and I was able to use my athletic ability a lot more than quarterback. I just loved it. I just loved locking down receivers, making plays, and just hitting people. That's just what I love to do.
What corner do you compare your game, current or former NFL player, to the most?
Well, it's like a mixture between three. It's like a Deion, Asante Samuels, and Revis. Because Deion, he's just a flashy player, and he dresses well on the field. He thinks you
prime time.
You feel pretty, play pretty, look good, play good. So that's how I feel too. And Asante Samuels is always making big plays, getting interceptions, and Revis is just so good with like just the technicalities of the game and his technique and everything like that. So
not a bad hybrid there.
Yeah, not at all.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say thanks for coming on, both of you. But one thing I want to talk to you about, I met you about 2 years ago down in Tampa, Florida, when you were a quarterback.
Yeah.
You probably had aspirations to be a signal caller. Then I saw you again at San Antonio about a year ago. You made the switch to cornerback. You've gone from sort of an obscure quarterback to one of the country's most heavily recruited corners in the country. Yeah. Well deserving to. I've seen you on film. The reason why you're here, because you're now an All-American. But was it an easy transition? Did you want to be a quarterback, or did people persuade you to play corner?
I don't know. Well, my father, he played cornerback in high school, so he was kind of just telling me it's not that bad of a position. And I was like, in Pop 1, I always played quarterback, and just like randomly one play I was put in, in Pop 1 I always played quarterback, and one play I was randomly just put in at cornerback, and like the play I was in, I just got an interception. So like I was just always around the ball, so I didn't think it would be too bad. And plus we had a senior quarterback, so I kind of knew I wouldn't play at quarterback. So.
Well, Sean, you have an athletic build, so you played football in high school.
Yes.
Did you think that Justin would be this heavily recruited maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago? Did you think he had that athletic ability?
I mean, I knew that, he could go as far as he wanted to go. Once I saw, his determination, his work ethic, and once I saw that his dream wasn't just a dream, it was something that he was going to make a reality. By the way he talked about, he never questioned if he was going to go to a Division I school. He never questioned if he was going to go to the league. It wasn't a thing about, being too confident. It was a thing about that he had that dream inside of him, and he just knew if he put the hard work in that it would happen. But, as a father, also looking from the outside, I was definitely, I've been thoroughly impressed. I'm just catching up because I've been on tour. I'm just really catching up to all of the hard work that he's put in to get to this point. And it's definitely been surprising that his dream has come to a reality. I've believed in him, but at the same time, you also try to, be real. You try to be realistic for your kids. So seeing that his dream is coming to a reality is definitely something that I'm extremely proud of him.
Sean, we could use a whole show to talk about your accolades, but I want to know, going through this recruiting process now and guiding Justin, what are you trying to instill in him moving forward to the collegiate level?
I mean, I guess, when I've seen the various letters that he's received and the calls that he's received, I've been blown away, One of the things that I've tried to instill in him is to make sure that he goes to a place that he feels that he could play. He's not going to have to deal with, he's going to have to deal with politics, but not too many politics. He's going to be able to prove himself. And also, most importantly, he's going to get a great education. And in a place that he could go and have fun and enjoy his life, because he's not going to be able to get this time back. And so the process has been great. Everybody that we've dealt with has just been extremely great, extremely nice, and they all really want him. And that's a good feeling as a father. And, I want to just be able to back him up, for him to trust in his intuitions and just support him in any way possible.
Great. in the selection process of the Semper Fi game over the past few months, your name kept guys like Zeke Pike and Russell Shell and Deshaun Rippey and Garrett Dieter always kept bringing your name up.
Yeah.
You played with these guys in a group. Tell us a little bit more about that 7-on-7 group.
Yeah, we played in the 7-on-7 group coached by Baron Flannery with the Goon Squad, and we just became brothers over a short period of time, and we just always just look out for each other, and then I don't know, it's just like a little brotherhood we have. So.
All right, we are just getting started here with Justin and Sean. Up next, the Fans Direct interview. It's Twitter time, and we're answering all your tweets. Why don't you stay with us? During the break, CEO and founder of Junior Rank Sports, Sean Barry, officially invited Justin Combs to the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl due to his exceptional performance on the field. You can catch Justin and other high school stars at the Semper Fidelis All-American Bowl, presented by Junior Rank Sports on the CBS Sports Network on January 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern in Phoenix, Arizona. Make sure to tune in. All right, we already have a wardrobe change, and we need to say congratulations to Justin getting invited to the game. You excited?
I'm very excited. I can't wait.
Congratulations.
January 3rd it is. You deserve it.
Yeah, it's just a blessing to just be able to participate in something like this. I'm just very excited.
Yeah, well, you earned it. We're going to start with some Twitter questions, and Justin is on Twitter. It's at _. And this first one is for Sean from D. Kalpelneck. How has football changed since your playing days?
I think that the seriousness from high school players, like nowadays they're more focused. I think some of the coaching has gotten a lot better, and also now when kids get injured, they get better rehabilitation and things like that. So and there's also other opportunities in the off season. You know, when I was playing, there wasn't like 7-on-7s. There wasn't like a lot of different camps. A lot of, you know, once the season was over, it was, you know, everybody was off to playing baseball or something else.
And now they can really take it to the next level.
Yeah.
How would you say?
You know, what a big difference I've seen when you came out around 86, when I remember offensive linemen being around 240, 250 pounds. Now high school kids, 300-pound average for offensive linemen. So for someone with your size, you got to have brilliant speed, which you do, which I've seen on film. You've also got to have that quick twitch kind of athletic ability. You got to turn your hips, and you've got it. But you've probably seen these kind of guys, and you're going to see an awful lot of them in the game. Our offensive line is going to average over 300 pounds, and these are 18-year-olds.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like football players in general have gotten bigger. But one of the things that I've noticed that is becoming even more in the NFL now is even becoming more of a speed game, and that's one of the things that he is his strength. So he's more of that modern type of football player who's streamlined, cut up, quick, and has a lot of speed, and most importantly, a lot of heart.
Yeah.
This next question is for you, Justin, and it's from Jenny August. Who's your favorite NFL player?
My favorite NFL player. I'm kind of torn between the two because, you know, I played quarterback and corner. So it's either Mike Vick or Darrelle Revis. But I'm a cornerback now, so I'm going to say Darrelle Revis.
Okay, and you think the Jets or Eagles to go all the way in the Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jets versus Eagles.
You'd like to see them both, right?
Yeah,
that'd be the sexy game.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean? Who's your favorite NFL player?
Ray Lewis is my favorite football player. I just think his work ethic, his heart, his aggression on the field, that's one of the things, you know, I try to make sure I instill in him. If you're going to be on that field, you have to go all out, you know, and Ray Lewis plays to win.
And definitely a leader in the locker room and the community. Always the positive energy. And how about you?
I'm showing my age, but you wouldn't remember who this is, Gail Sayers. You would remember who Gail Sayers is, but I'll bet Justin doesn't know who he is, do you?
Yeah, I kind of have a little idea.
All right, our third Twitter question is from Lindsey Gresham, and we'll start with you again, Justin. Who's your Heisman favorite?
Right now, I think his name is RP3 from Baylor.
From Baylor, Robert Griffin III. Yeah.
Yes.
He lit it up the other night.
RG3?
Yeah, RG3.
RG3, yeah. He's just a beast. He just set the tone and just came out just throwing touchdowns, taking over, and just showing great leadership. So as of right now, I think
that was an insane game.
I have to go with Andrew Luck because he's just the favorite right now. So.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm a front runner. So.
How about Kellen Moore? Can we give the non-BCS school some love, maybe?
Yeah, we can.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming. Best of luck with the recruiting process. You have to keep us posted on where you go, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much for hanging with us here on the Lemming Report. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you all next week.